Watch, relive one of Blake Shelton's major career milestones 15 years later. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Blake Shelton is marking the 15th anniversary of an unforgettable moment in his career. Trace Adkins inducted Shelton into the legendary Grand Ole Opry on this day in 2010, per a post from the Opry on Thursday, October 23. Adkins told Shelton on the historic stage, "I hope that this means as much to you as it has meant to me, because it means the world to me to be the one handing you this tonight. Blake Shelton, you are the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry. To me, I get the same feeling when I walk into the Grand Ole Opry as I do when I meet one of my heroes or I see one of my heroes," Shelton said. "It's that feeling of awe, and it becomes reality. And the only way I know to describe what this is to me, the Grand Ole Opry is an artist, and I'm very proud to be one of its songs, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here tonight. This is a really big deal for me, you'll never know. Thank you all." The Grand Ole Opry, which celebrates its centennial in 2025, noted that Shelton has scored 30 No.1 hits throughout his career, and many more memories to go. Other members of the Opry include Garth Brooks, Luke Combs, Alan Jackson, Little Big Town, Reba McEntire, Randy Travis, Trisha Yearwood, and more. Watch Shelton's Opry induction here. Blake Shelton has always been known as a country icon whose charm, humor, and genuine connection with fans transcend generations, but even in a career as decorated as his, there are moments that stand above the rest, milestones that define his legacy and remind fans why he became one of the most beloved figures in country music history 15 years ago. One of those moments changed everything for Shelton, and the ripple effects of that achievement still echo through the industry today. As fans look back, they remember not just the man who made them laugh on television, but the artist whose voice carried them through heartbreak, triumph, and every emotion in between. This moment represents more than just a chapter in his career. It represents the evolution of a country legend who found his footing among giants and never looked back. Back in the mid-2000s, Shelton was already recognized as a talented vocalist with a unique baritone and an ability to tell stories through his songs in a way that felt personal and real. But it was the release and success of his breakthrough era that would forever define his place in country music. It was a time when the genre itself was shifting, blending traditional storytelling with a more contemporary sound. Shelton found himself right in the middle of that change, bringing authenticity and humor to a scene that sometimes took itself too seriously. The performance that marked this milestone wasn't just another concert or television appearance. It was a defining moment where his artistry, his confidence, and his heart all aligned perfectly. That year, Shelton took to the stage to deliver what would later be described as one of his most unforgettable performances. His live rendition of fan-favorite ballad became a turning point, not only because of the emotional delivery, but also because of what it symbolized. He had arrived not just as a singer, but as a performer capable of commanding the attention of the world. His voice carried power, but it was his sincerity that won over hearts. His ability to make every lyric sound like it was written for the listener became a hallmark of his career, and that performance sealed his reputation as one of the most genuine storytellers in the business. 15 years later, fans still share clips of that night online, recalling how Shelton managed to balance raw emotion with effortless charm. His grin, his southern humor, and the way he interacted with the audience all felt natural. He wasn't trying to prove anything, he was simply being himself. And that authenticity became his superpower in an industry that often rewards perfection. Shelton stood out for being perfectly imperfect. He could laugh at himself, joke with the band, and still deliver a heart-wrenching performance all in the same set. It was country music at its most human, and that's what made him unforgettable. The milestone also marked the beginning of a new era for Shelton personally and professionally. It was around this time that he started gaining momentum on country radio with a series of hits that would soon dominate the chart. Songs that showcased both his playful side and his emotional depth began to resonate widely, from upbeat anthems about small-town life to tear-jerking ballads about love and loss. He showed versatility that few could match. His success wasn't just about catchy tunes, it was about storytelling and relatability. Each song felt like a reflection of real life, something listeners could see themselves in. As his career continued to grow, Shelton began to expand beyond the boundaries of music and step into mainstream entertainment. While his roots remained deeply planted in country soil, his personality made him a natural fit for television. Soon after, he would become a household name thanks to his role as a coach on The Voice, a show that not only showcased his wit and mentorship, but also introduced him to a global audience. Millions tuned in not only to watch the contestants but also to hear Shelton's hilarious banter and heartfelt advice. His presence on the show brought a new dimension to his fame, bridging the gap between country fans and mainstream pop culture. But even with all that success, his true fans always looked back to that defining moment 15 years ago as the spark that lit the fire. Watching that old footage today is like stepping back into a simpler time when Shelton was still carving out his place in the industry, his hair a little longer, his laugh just as loud, and his passion unmistakable. You can see in his eyes the determination and the gratitude of a man who knows how hard he's worked to get there. He may not have known then that he would go on to become one of country's most recognized stars, but you can feel that he believed in something greater. He believed in the music, and that belief would carry him further than he ever imagined. The legacy of that performance lies not just in its success, but in what it represented for country music as a whole. Shelton became part of a new wave of artists who were unafraid to mix traditional elements with modern flair. He proved that country could evolve without losing its soul. He brought in fans who had never listened to the genre before and gave longtime listeners something to be proud of. He helped make country music feel fun again, accessible and full of heart. His humor, his honesty, and his songs created a bridge between generations. Over the years, Shelton has reflected on how much that period meant to him. He's spoken about the fans who supported him from day one, the industry mentors who believed in his talent, and the family and friends who kept him grounded through it all. His journey wasn't always easy. There were struggles, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but that milestone 15 years ago marked a turning point. It showed him that he was on the right path, that his voice, his stories, and his authenticity mattered, and that the world was ready to listen. Reliving that moment today, fans can't help but feel nostalgic. Seeing a younger Blake standing on that stage pouring his heart out reminds them of how much he's grown since then. From small-town Oklahoma to country music royalty, he's remained true to who he is, never forgetting where he came from or the people who helped him get there. It's rare in entertainment to see someone sustain that level of success for so long without losing their sense of self. But Shelton has managed it gracefully, balancing fame with humility, humor with sincerity. As he looks ahead to new projects, whether it's music, television, or life on the ranch with his wife Gwen Stefani, this milestone serves as a reminder of why fans fell in love with him in the first place. It wasn't just the songs, it was the man behind them, the one who could make you laugh in one breath and cry in the next. His artistry has always been rooted in honesty, and that's what continues to set him apart. Every note he sings carries a piece of his story, and every stage he stands on still feels like home. 15 years may have passed, but that iconic performance still stands as a symbol of Blake Shelton's journey. It represents resilience, passion, and the kind of timeless artistry that doesn't fade with trends. When fans watch the old footage, they don't just see a singer, they see a dreamer, a storyteller, and a man who gave everything to his craft. For Shelton, it was never just about fame or accolades, it was about connecting with people. And that connection remains as strong as ever today. His laughter, his songs, and his spirit continue to inspire. And as fans relive that unforgettable moment, they're reminded that Blake Shelton isn't just a country star, he's a living testament to what it means to stay true to yourself through every note, every stage, and every year that passes. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.